people that had some questions about handling the stand for exam, which is always super challenging because, of course, the dog is going to want to look at the person and either interact with them or escape from them. So I treat it as a pressure exercise. The most important piece whenever I work on pressure is to release the dog off the pressure. That's the most important reward for the dog. So I mark, release, then feed. So mark, release, then feed. And the second piece that's super important is to try your very best to mark before the dog makes an error. So here is Zaina. Here's my handy judge.
Yeah.
So you see, I didn't wait until she eye flicked or turned her head or looked at the judge. I rewarded her before she made a mistake, okay? Because I'm rewarding her for watching me and for ignoring the pressure. Now, if she had looked, if my timing had been off, which is going to happen because we all make mistakes, I just mark and release them anyway. I act as if nothing happened. Why? Because it was my mistake. My timing was off, not the dog's fault. People get concerned that you marked the incorrect behavior. Don't worry. I promise you, I've done it. It will work out fine. So we're going to do it again. Now, I'm starting with her fairly far away. If for some dogs, that might still be too close. You may need to start even further. That's perfectly fine. All dogs are different.
Yes.
So again, I mark and reward before she makes a mistake.
Zaina, come.
So now, I think the judge moves a little bit closer.
Yeah.
And I just released her. Sorry, I didn't have a human to video me, which means it never comes out as good.
Yes.
So you can't see her, but I keep rewarding her before she looks away. And I'm letting the judge get closer and closer and closer.
Yes.
So now the judge put their hand out. And Zaina's fine because she understands this is a game. And what's happening is the person approaching her is going to start cueing something positive instead of cueing something negative because it's cueing the release.
Yeah.
So you can see Zaina's not even eye flicking at her. Now, in all fairness, Zaina's done this before. In one session, the person may not even get half as close as that, right? The person may only get a few steps in. That's fine. So did you see that little footstep she did? That's her way of saying, I understand the game. She's kind of driving into me. She knows what's coming next. Am I concerned that she's going to move her foot in training? No, I'm not. And I can fix that easily. Right now, I really just want her driving her energy into me, which she's doing. She's staring at me harder and harder instead of instead of being concerned, she's looking at me with everything she has.
As I'm walking away.
So now I'm going to have the person approach as I'm walking away. Again, I would not do this all in one session. This is just to show you where this can go. So as the person's walking, because sometimes this happens in the ring, especially with the moving stand and utility, as you're walking away, the judge is approaching the dog. So I'm going to treat it the same way. I'm going to mark, release, reward before she looks at the person coming towards her. Right, so I'm going to do that a few times.
Yes.
Okay, so same thing. If I had made a mistake, my timing was off and she looked at the distractor, no big deal. I would just do mark, release, reward as if nothing happened. Because if I tell the dog they're wrong, or if I tell the dog not to look, or if I go, ah, or oh, or anything like that, I am adding pressure to pressure. And that's never a good thing, right? No pressure should be added to a pressure exercise. right? It should only ever be positive things happening. And when the dogs do look away and we mark and reward anyway, I guarantee you on the next one, they're going to be looking at you. And on the next one, you want to make sure to release them really early so that you're 100% certain the next rep is correct, right? And it just means that you waited a little too long and marked a little too late, and you need to start marking sooner. And maybe doing one more. So again, the key here is mark, release,
Yes.
and reward before the dog makes a mistake.